Billsmafia. What a game. As I said before, I knew it was going to be a tight game. I knew that it was going to be a tough game. Man, I don't know. That was great. All I can say is I got 3 words for you. Josh friggin' Allen, man. That guy is so amazing and so incredible. It's nuts how much he influences the game, and how when it comes down to it, that guy, he just carries that team on his back. The good stuff, the offense, right? The passing offense, they adapted to what they needed to. They used Dawson Knox, they used Dalton Kincaid, as limited as he was. I they ran the ball well. I am a little worried though. I got one thing that worries me because it really, the 2 things really. The first thing, I'm going to be like Sal Capacci on WGR, arrow up and arrow down. The downside as far as what happened today, James Cook has a problem. I don't know what's happened. He had that fumbling problem at the beginning of his career, and it disappeared. In the last 2 weeks, it's reared its ugly head, and it almost cost us the game today. It really did almost cost us the game. Fortunately, the defense stepped up, and as far as the defense is concerned, here's the upside. They came through when they had to. The second half adjustments, and it's happened again, where in the second half the Bills look like a different team than the first half. And I got to give it to Bobby Babich on that end, okay? I've said the Bills should move on, and I probably still think they should. But I got to give credit where credit is due, when credit is due. And the last couple of weeks, you got to give Bobby Babich and those guys credit for adjusting to what didn't work in the first half defensively. Can we talk about the turf monster on that first drive? I mean, Ty Johnson had a touchdown. It was a touchdown. And all of a sudden, just whoop, he looked like Daniel Jones when he played for the Giants that time. He had that long run. He had like a 80-yard run and just all of a sudden tripped and fell. The Bills only wound up with a field goal. It was 4 points off the board. Thankfully, it didn't hurt them in the end. It did hurt them throughout the game, though. There were points in that game where I thought that 4 points was going to be big, because other than that, they were scoring, but they couldn't stop Cincinnati. And as far as the thing about the defense that I didn't like was on that last Cincinnati drive where they got the touchdown. You're 2 scores up. You have to make them drive the field. They've got 1 timeout. Make them drive the field. Keep everything in front of you. This is what the prevent defense was made for. You have to make them drive the field, make them use all of their timeouts. And even if they score, make it so that there's only like 30 seconds left in the game. But just wide open tight end. T. Higgins, and by the way, that guy's a gamer. Oof. He's out twice with head injuries. I hope he's okay, because that dude, this is, sidebar. This is where the NFL fails players. That dude should not have come back in that game, and I know he played well, but man, you could tell something was not right with him still. because he hit his head on that first time and went into the locker room to be assessed, to be evaluated. Came back in the game and played well, but he hit his head again, and you could tell he. That being said, back to that defense. You know, you got to keep it in front of you. That's what the prevent defense was made for. Situations like that, but you didn't do it. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. You knew they had to pass the ball. You know, and you still didn't do what you had to do. That being said, those turnovers, man, Benford on the pick six, dude just got up and snagged that ball and then avoided the tackle by Burrow. Awesome athletic effort there. Then the interception by Epinesa on the tip. I think it was Ogunjobi on the defensive line that tipped it. But whoever tipped it. Oh no, it was Phillips. It was Jordan Phillips that tipped it, and then Epinesa caught it. That was awesome. And then 3rd and 15. Looked like the Bills were going to have to give the ball back. And Josh Allen did Josh Allen things. On 3rd and 15, scrambled, ran it for the first down to close out the game. It was the second time in that second half where Josh Allen saved their bacon by running the ball. Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things is how the Bills win. It's December. The Bills win in December. They're going to do well. That game against New England is going to be something else. I can't wait. On to the next game. I don't remember who it's against, but go Bills.